Hi, Roxanne. How are you doing today?
Great, Noe. How are you?
Very good, very good. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. I greatly appreciate it.
Mhm.
So let's get started, shall we?
Yeah,
Awesome. So just to start off, Roxanne, can you tell us a bit about you and about 360 painting?
sure. My husband Brian and I own 360 Painting of Naperville and St. Charles, which is here in Illinois. We have been in business for this will be our fifth year, so about 4 years total. Started kind of from the ground up, but part of a national franchise brand under Premium Service Brands. Yeah, like I said, we've been in business for about 4 years, and at this point, we're just kind of growing the business and doing as much as we can, as fast as we can.
That's fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, I can tell from speaking to you also before, you guys are go-getters.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so, can you tell us a bit about how it was for you guys in the business just before you and I started working together?
Sure. Yeah. My background is in marketing, actually. Well, you know that. And for Brian and I, we kind of split our responsibilities. I took on a lot of the marketing, kind of appointment setting, and also kind of the payroll in the books, while he's out kind of managing both the operations from a production standpoint and also the sales. So that's how we split our responsibilities. I have two little ones, two under three. And so anytime one of them is either sick or, has to stay home, whatever's going on, that's kind of falls on me. And so that pulls me out of the business quite a bit more than we would probably like. Parts of the things that can't suffer are the payroll in the books. So the things that start to suffer a little bit are, some of those kind of like lead gen operations and appointments.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, family comes first. And so, what kind of changes did you see once we did start working together?
Yeah. I thought that the campaign, that we co-created and that you ran for us was fabulous. It was an immediate success. I mean, obviously, I think day one, my expectations were blown first and foremost. I was kind of expecting maybe like two or three hits. And instead it was, my inbox started to fill up, the campaign or the appointment started populating on the calendar. I kind of almost bugged out because it was like overwhelming almost. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting such a huge turnout from like just day one. And at one point, I think we even had to pause the campaign for a day just so I could kind of catch up and keep
We
up,
did. Yeah, yeah.
which is a great problem to have. And,
Definitely.
and as I explained to you, I mean, we had two full-time salespeople and their calendars were just full within a week,
Mhm.
almost more than what we would typically give them in a week. So, great problem to have.
Mhm.
Um, I absolutely loved it. And I think that, again, just in the fact that these are already, leads that we have, these aren't just completely cold, these are people that have already expressed interest in having, a project done. It definitely was an easier sale to appointment.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the ones that we had for you were, yeah, ones that some of them even, you gave already an estimate to, by there were crickets once. You're like, okay, so are you guys interested? But then even months after, right, you get these like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, yeah, we want to get to it.
Yeah, and I think that that was a great strategy, right? Is having multiple lists that we kind of pulled from, having that list of, okay, we've never been in touch with them, but we had their email addresses because we paid for the lead from somewhere. So have it really cold though, still pretty cold. And then having that list of people that we had done estimates for in the past, but just hadn't sold them. That was really, I mean, that was just such a hot list for us.
Yeah.
And so many people revisited us, whether they had done a previous project with somebody else, but maybe it didn't go so well. So they have got a new project coming up and they wanted, a different organization, go with somebody else, or they just never did the project at all. And so it was, and most of those, honestly, they changed them in some scope anyway. So we ended up still going out and kind of redoing the estimate for them, whether they were adding to it or they changed it. But that was a great list to draw a lot of action from. And I think that was a great strategy to target both of those different types.
Yeah, we want to make sure we customize as much as we can for the different types of people that we are targeting.
Yep.
And it's great that you had those lists organized, made my job easier as well. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I believe from all of that, we got around, you mentioned already 13,000 that we already closed.
Yep.
And then like quite a bit more, like maybe, what was that, like 100K more or something that it's in the pipeline, that's still in the works, right?
Yeah. So I think, estimated a total of almost like 130,000 just from the appointments that we set. And then we've closed, already produced just under 14,000. And then we have pending quite a bit more from a, like, in the pipeline going to produce. And then we've got about, 80 or 90 that's still kind of out there that, people kind of either take their time or sales reps have to follow up, or, they haven't actually signed the agreement yet. And maybe not, a third is kind of our industry. So, but yeah, I mean, even, a third on 130 is a great, I mean, it was 2 weeks, right? I mean, we pretty much set the appointments over a 2-week span, and 130 grand in the pipeline is a great 2-week.
Yeah, I like to think so as well. Yeah, and those other ones that, that aren't getting back to you yet, maybe we could run this again to them. Later stage, it's ongoing.
Yes,
Awesome.
exactly. Yeah, keep retargeting. Exactly.
And so I guess just my last question for you here is that, based on the experience that you've had with the systems that we've implemented and everything, what would you say to other residential painting companies who are considering working with me?
I would say
Roxanne.
100%, it's worth it. You gotta at least try it out. 100%. And also, Noah, you and I had such a great conversation ahead of time, and you had a great formula prepared. So I would say, not only try it out, but commit to the process, right? So one of the things that we did was create a special offer, right, as part of the campaign. And I think that really, really made such a heavy difference. And obviously that's kind of, in my marketing background, that's something that I was already really familiar with. But for those that aren't, that's a big piece of the strategy is, put something out there as an offer, give them a little nibble. And that's when they bite. So, but 100%, you got to try it out. You've got to at least give it a shot, and then really commit to the process of it. And I mean, the net results are fantastic.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear, and I'm happy you were very satisfied. And yeah, awesome. And other than that, that's all the questions I had for you today. And once again, thank you for your time. And I look forward to speaking with you soon.
You too, Nye.
Bye.